Bloodies, welcome back to the Den Laughing Show. I did have a guest scheduled for today, but they were feeling under the weather, so we had to reschedule. So, yeah, sometimes that happens. You can't control any of that shit going on. Hopefully, you're having a good day. Hopefully, you're not melting in this heat. Like, I'm pretty sure you are. I mean, I'm melting as well. It doesn't feel good. It's not comfy at all. Feels pretty damn gross. Hopefully you're up for some scary stories. Do enjoy I do enjoy reading the Reddit stories. Some of them get weird, some of them get messed up. Uh, One of them that I read was this guy's grandmother tried to kill him as a kid. And she had like she was a black widow. This dude's grandmother was a black widow. Her past husbands mysteriously got sick and died, and she tried to kill him as a kid. It was a carbon monoxide poisoning, I think it was. Is that what it is when like you sit in the car, start inhaling all the fumes? I don't really remember. It's been a little bit since I've actually heard anything about that. But that story was one of the fucked up ones. And today's stories are probably going to be fucked up as well. I haven't read these. So it's going to be new for me and new for you. I seen the title, kind of got my interest. Starting off the first line seemed interesting, so that's the only reason why I saved them. Because why not? Oh, also, have you gone and seen False Light, my horror short film on Tomography? Make sure you spell it right, because autocorrect changes Tomography to Tomography. So yeah, double check. A lot of time and effort went into that, rewriting scripts and shit like that. Just go check it out. Let me know what you think. Hopefully you enjoy. If you have any ideas, if you have any questions about anything about like the music or whatever the fuck, feel free to ask. Doesn't bother me. It was a bitch to make the music myself, to write everything, and to direct as well. It was an experience. I'm learning as I go, and so far I actually enjoyed the way it turned out. I wanted to have a little bit more gore in False Light, but I have to do with what I can. So don't forget, go check it out. It's over on Tomography. Make sure you spell it properly, because if you don't, it's just gonna lead you to some shit called, well, it'll lead you to tomography, and that's not even on there. It'll lead you to videos about like X-rays and shit. So make sure you spell it Tomography. Now let's see what stories I have. Multiple on here. There were too fucking long to be on Reddit. So yeah, let's see. This is a fucking monstrous one. I like it when they actually space out everything, because fuck, man. When they pile everything together, it makes it a little hard to read. This is from r/Ghost Stories from user This Human 101. Do a backflip? No, I can't do that. I'm gonna break my goddamn neck. No, I'm good. If you do it, I mean, fuck, that's awesome. This story is called Why Do I Experience So Many Weird Things? First time poster. I don't use Reddit a ton in my own time. Typically will watch Smosh or what? Call me Chris instead. Ha ha ha. But thought I'd write to talk about some things I've experienced in my life since I like writing, and my excitement for Halloween starts in July, and I need an outlet for it until October. To start off, I don't think I've experienced anything wildly crazy, so don't get your hopes up. Rather, just some spooky things that has happened to me to possibly make your skin crawl. I have always seemed to be more susceptible to weird things, from the classic hearing noises when there was nothing there to Nothing there that caused them to seeing figures in the corner of my eye. Isn't that kind of common? I think that's kind of common. Now, I do want to say that I don't claim everything I list here to be paranormal. While I definitely am a believer, I will always try to downplay what I experience and find a logical explanation first. Well, there's nothing wrong with doing that. Really, nothing wrong with doing that. Well, you get to check off everything before you immediately start to sound like a fucking lunatic. Save for afterwards. Alright, I think these truly started when I moved into a house at the age of 7 after my younger brother was born. There was nothing suspicious about the house, just a standard 3-story family home. The first thing I fully experienced was at our local park with my friend. We were maybe 9, 10 at this time, and we had the park to ourselves. Sweet! As we were playing, we noticed that the sunny midday weather had quickly changed to gloomy clouds and fairly strong wind gusts. Not claiming that to be paranormal, it's England. Weather changed like that all the time. But as a child, it definitely freaked us out. Definitely set the scene for what happened next. We tried ignoring it and carry on playing as we weren't ready to go home yet. So we went to the swing. As I was turning my head to face my friend on the swing, I saw a figure of a blue boy, maybe about 12 years old, in the corner of my eye, crouching behind a bench. I quickly turned back and there was no one there. The park was still empty. This is when I got too freaked out and told my friend it was time to go. After that, I experienced a few bizarre incidents in my house. First off, you got lucky to get the fucking park all to yourself as a kid. It's not too crazy. It's pretty common. I never would have thought this was in England. Just saying. Some useful information so far. I don't remember much from this house as I only lived there from ages 7 through 11. But I do remember what freaked me out the most and had me believing in the paranormal. One night as a kid, I was in the kitchen getting a snack out of the kitchen while my brothers were in bed and my parents were in the living room watching a movie. To best understand, image a long side rectangle with the top left corner having a small square cupboard, storage for cleaning supplies, with the kitchen door next to it and top wall. On the right of that door was the washing machine. God damn, man. With our line of cabinets and the oven in the middle of the short wall at the right. The fridge was on the opposite short wall, closer to the bottom left corner, but still in the middle. We had a glass conservatory off the back/bottom wall, which went from the bottom left corner of the kitchen to halfway down the wall. I'm trying to picture this, and it's fucking me up. Said hi. Hello. I don't know why I said it that way. Probably because this is set in England. I'm trying to picture it, but I'm like, what the fuck? It kind of messed me up. Now back to the story. Hopefully you have a good image of the layout. I was standing at my fridge when the washing machine door slowly opened by itself. I closed the fridge door and ran into my parents, crying, telling them what happened. They told me that the kitchen was probably on a slant, but even if that was the case, the handle requires you to push a button to release the lock, and then open it. It was empty, so there was no clothes washing in there, pushing against the door. Now, if this had happened once, sure, whatever. I might be more inclined to believe my parents and brush it off, but it happened twice. Both times with the same situations. Both times I was nowhere near. Both times it was empty and fully shut. One day, when me and my mom were going to take some things to the dump/tip, whatever you want to call it, I went into the kitchen to test my haunted theory. The house was completely empty. My brothers were at school, my dad was at work, and my mom was in the garage. I decided to knock 3 times on the wall. First time was quiet. But a few seconds after I knocked for a second time, I heard one knock in the wall above the fridge, one knock in the wall above the kitchen, and then above the oven. The three knocks were slowly repeated back to me. My child self concluded that this house was for sure haunted and ran outside to help my mom pack the car. What the fuck? So you messed around with your own test and you heard knocking back. Okay, that's kind of a trip. I'll give you that one. That is a trip. After this house, we moved to a smaller two-story house closer to the hospital as it was nicer and convenient due to my older brother's several medical conditions. Things calmed down a lot in the house. Oh, in this house, but I would still experience a few similar things. During COVID, my cat, Izzy, sadly passed away. That sucks. I love this cat. She was my best friend and I was hers. She had separation anxiety and so we were never apart. She used to always sleep in my bed with me. That's nice. I had a double bed so I slept on the left and she would sleep on the pillow to my right. After she passed, I would often feel some pressure on the bed when I was trying to sleep. I never found it creepy though. They put thought and that fucked me up for a second. Rather reassuring that she was still with me even if I couldn't see or pet her anymore. Another time when I was sat on my bed, I heard movement under my bed. Thinking it was another of my cats messing around with some random rubbish under my bed. I peeked over the edge of my bed to tell my cat to get out. I keep saying my bed and I'm starting to think it's going to be more. Yep, there is. However, there was no cat under my bed. There wasn't even any objects under my bed. It was completely clean and empty. You have a question? What's your question? Dude, I kept having to say my bed so goddamn much. If this was a drinking game, anybody playing would be fucking hammered. Holy shit. How many times did he say bed? Oh, sorry, my bed. Well, what's your question? Go ahead and type it in. I'll give you a second. Anything? Just kidding? What the fuck? Man, you know what? That is rude and that hurts my feelings. Fucker. Alright. Now may I continue. Again. But this time 200 miles from where we used to... God damn! From where you used to live. We stayed with my nan for a few months until we found a converted bungalow that was perfect for my older brother. I had mostly forgotten about my paranormal experiences from my previous houses. For the first month or two, everything was fine. One night, I was in my room watching the Sam and Kobe video. I hear a loud exhale in my left ear, thinking it was my mom coming to check on me. Saw I was watching a creepy video and wanted to scare me. I turned around, smiling only to see no one there. I looked around the rest of my room to see if any of my cats were there, but they weren't. I thought maybe that sound had come from the video. They like to put some scary sounds and imagery in their editing. I went back to the part I was watching when I heard the sound. Nothing. At this point in my life, I typically didn't get freaked out anymore when I experienced anything, but this got me. Still gives me chills when I think back to it. Well, I don't blame you. I don't blame you for getting freaked out by that. There's still a bit more. I will tell you something that happened to me a couple of nights ago. And it was fucking trippy. What? What does it say? I don't know what the fuck does that say? Look like me, baby. I don't fucking know. Put spaces in between, then I could read it properly. Probably. But yeah, I'll tell you what happened afterwards. There were other small things in this bungalow, random noises, etc. But the bungalow wasn't in good condition, so I brushed those off. One day in this bungalow, me, my mom, and my younger brother were in our living room talking as our granddad, our mother's dad, had recently passed. We were talking about him when I saw someone peek their head around the side of the living room door frame. I instantly knew that it was my granddad. It wasn't any other person, as my older brother had moved out and my parents had divorced years ago. By this point, so it was only us three in the house. The figure was also tall. Bald, granddad was bald for the majority of his life, and shadowed out. And the side of the door frame it peeked out from had no room for a person to be standing on the other side. There was a very small space of wall, maybe like 15 centimeters worth. So if someone was standing there, you'd be able to see their whole body, not just their head. I told my mom and brother, which freaked him out, and my mother told me to be quiet, but from her face, she seemed to believe me. Another time in the house, I was maybe 16, 17 at this point, so I'm not going to be using the excuse of child imagination. Yes, still a child, but a lot more mature and realistic now. I had moved to my older brother's old bedroom now and was at my desk in the corner, yet again watching a Sam and Colby video. I have no idea why it seems to always be them, but never mind. As I'm watching this video, I hear my mom shouting my name in an annoyed tone. Okay. As if she'd already called me and was getting annoyed that I hadn't answered. I take off my headphones and shout back, "Yeah?" But heard no response. I stand up from my desk and am about to walk into the living room where I knew she was when I noticed that behind me on the floor was a huge spider. I freeze for a second and run out of the room to my mom and asked if she had called me. And she told me she hadn't. She had just been chilling there on her phone. Is that really what she said? But I definitely heard her. I think something mimicked my mom calling me so I would turn around and notice this huge spider behind me. Honestly, it was like bigger than the palm of my hand. What kind of fucking spider did you see? I don't know either. Sorry, bro. It's all right. You're good. That is kind of where we are with my most freaky experiences. I am now currently 19, living in a house by my university with friends. My mother bought a different house after my older brother moved, as we didn't need a bungalow anymore. Since then, I haven't really experienced anything notable. Sure, there's still been a few weird occurrences I can't explain fully, but I mostly brush them off as just someone trying to get my attention. I hope you found my stories interesting and a good spooky read to get you in the Halloween spirit. Only only two things threw me the fuck off. Was you meant to put though and you put thought and fuck me up. And then right there at the end, founds. I got a little fucked up when I read that part. That's a little trippy. So multiple years you've experienced strange fucking things. This was posted 5 days ago, by the way. So this human 101, that's what the fuck that's a good amount of shit. I'm not gonna lie. That's a good amount of stuff. Is it super fucking scary? Not really, but living in those moments, having my own fucking experiences with what you would call the paranormal or fucking weird shit, whatever the fuck you want to call it. And no, they're not hallucinations, and I don't take drugs. So, well, not anymore. But my own experiences, the one that I actually wanted to bring up that happened a couple of nights ago. It wasn't like 3, 4, it was like 2 nights ago. I have slight insomnia and I have to take a medication for nerve issues, so it puts me to sleep. I was trying to go to sleep, and insomnia was working. My eyes were heavy. I was trying to go to fucking sleep. It was overpowering my medication. And trying to get some rest, my wife, Ghoulie Julie, was already asleep. First thing that happened was it felt like something like put pressure right behind where I was laying down. Right fucking behind me. It felt like pressure just pushed down on the bed behind me. It didn't feel like somebody sat down. It felt like somebody like leaned and like caught themselves. Just slight little bit of pressure and got back up. It tripped me the fuck out for a moment because my wife is asleep right in front of me. Well, the way I was facing, she was asleep right in front of me. So it didn't make any sense. I was thinking like, could it have been my cats? I could swear I felt it, so I immediately thought it was either my cat Blitzo or Bellatrix. So I was just laying there, and I moved my foot, eyes were closed, trying to sleep, moved my foot, and I don't feel anything. I don't feel no fur. Usually whenever that happens, either I feel fur or they swat my fucking foot. I didn't feel shit. So I looked over. I peeked over and there was nothing there. It tripped me the fuck out. I started trying to figure out what could have put pressure on my bed behind me. But my wife's in, like, what the fuck? My cat's not over here. My wife's asleep. My cats are not on the bed. I even looked over. I looked over the edge and you can see Blitzo just laying by our door. So it's like, what the fuck? Like, okay, maybe I'm tripping out. I don't tell Ghoulie Julie. I don't tell her. I don't wake her up. I don't do any of that shit. I wait till way later the next day. And I remember, like, oh yeah, this fucking happened. I forgot what brought up the conversation, what brought up the topic. But I told her about that moment. And she just looked at me weirdly, like, huh. A couple of times that happened to me. What do you mean? Whenever I'm playing on Twitch, I tend to get a little, I tend to get a little loud because my headset is loud as fuck. So she's like, yeah, you get loud. So I would just go to the room. She goes to the room. A couple of times she's felt pressure on the bed, thinking that I walked in and like, just leaned against the bed. She said she felt it. So she's like, oh, it's just him looking around. Like, what the fuck? And then she hears me talking shit. She's tripped out. She didn't tell me any of this shit until I told her. Which, fucking perfect goddamn timing, honestly. But with that, that was the first one. Second one, the day after. So this was, not last night, the night before last. It was, fuck, what time was it? I was having a hard time sleeping. This week I've been having a hard time sleeping. Because of the heat, I was just like, what the fuck? Just trying to relax. Trying to get comfy. As the fucking sheets were sticking to me. I look at the clock. It's about to be 3 in the morning. I'm just like, fuck, I'm trying to go to sleep. And Ghoulie Julie was laying down. Obviously in front of me. Same spot. So I was just like, whatever. She moved a little bit. And it felt like something tapped me. Not like that, you fucking perverts. It felt like my cat. It felt like one of my cats. Trying to get your attention. You know when you have, well, if any of you have pets, dog or a cat, they just, like, trying to get your attention softly. Just a little tap tap. Like that. I felt that on my rib. Like here on my side. And when I felt that, I was like, what the fuck? And I looked over. Nothing. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Like, what the fuck? Sorry, it's food all of a sudden. Like, what the fuck? I thought I had chicken not that long ago. All of a sudden, a piece of chicken. But really, it tripped me the fuck out because it just felt the tiniest little, just the smallest little tap. Just tap, tap. That's it. Right on my rib. And I looked over like, what the fuck is going on? Like, dude, that's fucking weird. I thought Ghoulie Julie was asleep. She moved and she's like, oh fuck, it's hot. And was, oh shit. Talked for like a couple of seconds, like, yeah, it's fucking hot. We have the fan full blast. Really hoping to cool off. I don't tell her right then and there. Tell her the next day. Sorry, all of a sudden I'm burping. What the fuck? But I tell her the next day. Later on, next day, I didn't want her to be like, what the fuck? What? You felt something tap? Like, whatever it was, a spider or some shit, and you're just tripping the fuck out. I gave it a little bit. So that way she could sleep and I could struggle to get to fucking sleep. Next day, I let her know. Fuck. She didn't say she had that one recently, but she did say it happened to her a while ago here. Dude, what the hell is that? Was just okay. Why? It's over. I was like, what the fuck? But yeah, that happened. She said it happened to her a little while ago. So yeah, that was just fucking weird. And it's back. Okay, I guess we're good. Yeah, that was just weird. Oh man, let's get back to the scary stories before the internet acts fucking stupid again. I don't know why. I think I. This one's a short one. Oh wait, no. This has a lot of shit that I don't know how to pronounce. Uh. All right, real quick. I'll just like real fucking fast. Young House Kasi Namin Mali Lang Siya. It has a lot of that. It's like, I don't want to be a dick and be like, I don't know what the fuck any of that. I don't know what any of that means. That's why. That's why I didn't read that one. I was going to read that one, but yeah, I don't know how to pronounce any of that shit. I'm gonna sound like I'm speaking in fucking tongues. Don't get me wrong. If you know how to speak that language and you do it well, obviously you grow up in the area. It sounds normal. If you hear me try to say shit like that, it sounds like I'm speaking in tongues. Let's see. First voice I ever heard in the dark still haunts me. Oh, let's see this one. This is from r/ghost stories by user M Carrizo Chile. Yeah, M Carrizo _ Chile. This was posted 4 days ago. That was weird. I wonder why the hell that happened. That was just strange. And if you're wondering why I keep looking this way, I have it next to me. So I want to make sure it is working. That's why I was like, what the fuck? Alright. The first voice I ever heard in the dark still haunts me. I was about 6 years old when it happened at exactly 3 a.m. I woke up to what sounded like a woman's voice coming from the bathroom next to my bedroom. It wasn't loud. It wasn't a scream. It sounded more like a whisper, as if someone was trying to speak. I froze. At that age, our imagination fills in the blanks, and I was convinced someone was in the house. I stayed in bed, completely still, listening. The voice came again. I wanted to call my parents, but I was too scared to move. After what felt like forever, I finally found the courage to get up. There was nobody in the bathroom. The only thing I noticed was that the faucet on the sink hadn't been fully closed. A thin stream of water was running into the drain. The fuck? That's it? Yeah, that was it. Answered my question. No voices. No people. Nothing. Looking back at it as an adult, I understand how the sound of running water can create strange auditory illusions, especially in the middle of the night. But when you're 6 years old, alone in the dark, at 3 a.m., your brain doesn't think about acoustics. It thinks someone is talking to you. I've never forgotten that night. In fact, it became the opening scene of the mystery novel I'm writing today, The House of Broken Dreams. Has anyone else ever experienced something that terrified them but seemed much harder to explain in the moment than it does now? To answer your question, yeah, I have. I've had that multiple times. uh, I kind of have something that was very similar, very fucking similar to that, but the faucet wasn't running. Um, when I was younger, in apartment I used to live. Well, that was actually considered a townhouse. I think it was considered a townhome. I think. I don't fucking remember. I remember the layout. Um, this was like the last moment. This is the I think the second moment we actually had our own bedroom. So me and my brothers had our own bedroom. Across a little bit to the right was the bathroom that we used. The devil had her own bathroom inside of her room, and our bathroom was right there. A couple of times in this apartment, in this home that we were living in, the bathroom door was left open. I started closing it specifically because I would hear sound like voices, people talking in the bathroom. And it came as a fucking surprise to me when I was a little bastard, because all right, my oldest brother would go in there, he would close the door, his own alone time, his own space, be on the phone talking to his friends. Okay, whatever. I would hear talking, and I would immediately think, it's my brother. I'm just a little kid and I have to pee. I hear voices. I hear them. Okay, whatever. I'm gonna get up, go over there, knock, and ask if I can use the bathroom. He didn't give me shit. He's like, yeah, sure, just go ahead. And then once I was done, he'd go back in. It happened a couple of times. The first time I remember waking up, hearing a voice. I didn't look at the bunk bed next to me because I thought like, oh, he's not up there. He's in the bathroom. Got up, went to the bathroom, ready to knock. The door was wide open, and I couldn't hear any more fucking voices. First I was like, but like what? I'm a little kid. I was like elementary school at the time, and I thought I was tripping the fuck out. I really thought I was losing it. For a second, I was like, I know I heard something. I know I heard voices. I know I heard people talking. Like, okay, like whatever. I'm maybe just because I'm tired, I'm gonna use the bathroom, go lay down, and go back to sleep. So that's what the fuck I did. Took a piss, washed my hands, went back to bed. Fuck. A couple of times afterwards, this is when I started thinking that there's something wrong. Because the second time, I heard the voices. I didn't think about the first time, and I went to go check. There was nobody there. But when I peeked out from my door, you could still hear like whispers coming from the bathroom. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, no. What? Then I look over, both my brothers are asleep in their bed. And it tripped me the fuck out. So I started having a habit where I would go and I would lock the door. I would lock our door, but I would close the bathroom door. I wouldn't lock the bathroom door while nobody was there because I would get my ass kicked. At that time, I closed the door, and I just started doing that. Every single time it was left open, if I noticed it before I went to sleep, I would close it, because in that specific fucking apartment, it was just the weirdest shit. I would after like a certain point, I would always hear talking. After a while, just it became second nature just to close the fucking door. Finally brought it up, and nobody was either. So I thought I'm probably going crazy. That was the only place that really happened. And it's not like I had any explanation. There was no neighbors beneath us, by the way. So above our fucking garage, it was a garage. There was nobody next to us. And yeah, so it was garage, apartment, and then downstairs another apartment. So it was like flat type of shit. It was really, really fucking weird. I never got an answer for that. It was just very strange to always hear like somebody talking in that bathroom specifically. It was just fucking weird. So yeah, kind of have an experience like that. Ever since then, yeah, for like a little bit, as like I got a little bit older, I would start closing the bathroom every fucking where. Now that I'm an adult and living in different places, no, but it did continue for a little bit because I said it was second nature for me to always hear a fucking set of voices whispering. So paranoia, I would always close the fucking door. That's just me. I was tripping out as a little bastard. Let's see. I'm gonna do one more story. I'm fucking melting in here. So I'm gonna do one more story. Usually these are an hour long, but I'm dying right now. So let's see. No, I think I did that one for TikTok. Oh. This one caught my attention. It's always like the hospital stories that trip me up. Uh, it's fuck. It sucks because I've like been in and out of the hospital a lot as a kid. You tend to see some shit, and you see how some of the nurses react with the patients, and sometimes it's not as great. And then dealing with like family and hospice and everything, sometimes they're not as great. Sometimes some those people are shit. I get it. You're tired. You're busting your ass, but there's no need to be a piece of shit towards anybody who's not your fucking family. So, yeah, you don't like that job, get a different one. This is from r slash scary stories by user top discipline 3273. It's posted 11 days ago. I wonder if my internet. Yeah, it seems fine still. I have music playing and it keeps fucking chopping. It keeps cutting off. I'm like, what the fuck? God. All right, it says, I worked as a doctor at a general hospital in my town. I quit after seeing how we treated our patients. I'm wondering, what the fuck did you see? Oh, shit. That doesn't sound very good. Hello. Ever since I was a kid, I hated hospitals. The smell, the waiting. It's awful. I know how you feel on that one. Doesn't bother me now, but oh, fuck, I know how you feel. It doesn't help that some of my worst memories are in a hospital. My grandfather dying, my father's heart attack. There are really no redeeming qualities to these places, I guess. Well, yeah, that's fucked up. That is fucked up. So, sorry to hear that. I suppose that makes it weird that I decided to pursue a career in medicine. I mean, sure, a lot of bad is associated with hospitals, but there's a lot of good as well. Here, I can help people. I can make a difference. Yeah, you could. You know what? It's so late, but I'm up to see some streams. Oh, hopefully you enjoy what you see. So I need to fix it. I don't. Now since you're live, what the fuck? I don't think it's your fault. It's not your fault. I think my internet is just being fucking stupid. Sorry, Bloodies. My internet keeps going off and on. What the fuck is going on? My bill is paid up already. So I don't know what the fuck is going on. I said it once, I'll say it again. Fuck T-Mobile internet. Really. And you wonder, like, why don't you just call them? I have. Fuck T-Mobile internet. Not the people. Not the people there. They're trying to do their job. Unless they're purposefully being deceitful. But fuck T-Mobile internet. God damn it. All right, where was I? There's a hospital in my town. I think I'm gonna read this and then there we go. What the fuck, dude? All right, I'm gonna read through this and finish. God damn it. Again, there's a hospital in my town that's unusual. Once I got my degree, it was the obvious place to work. Oh man, sorry, Bloodies. I didn't expect this to happen. Fucking shit. It's a small place, but the money was good and it was close by. So much so that I don't even have to take my car. I'd heard the rumors in town about the place, but not all of them, and I didn't believe them. I mean, who could? This. I heard that again. They saw people's arms when they get an infection. There's waiting times that stretch on decades. Okay, yeah, that sounds like a lot of bullshit. I mean, it was just really silly shit. Impossible, really. Then I started my first day. Fuck, don't tell me that actually is what it's like. Let me make something clear. I'm a normal guy, and I'm also a normal GP. There's nothing wrong in my town, and I'm not a crazy person. But this hospital, this fucking place, I had to leave. The first day I worked there, I was just put in an office to do regular checkups. Some coughs, some sneezing, basic stuff. You mostly diagnose basic things or you forward them to some other specialty or order some tests. It was a pretty average day, but right near the end, an old woman came in. This is how I remember the conversation. Good morning, Mrs. Penton. Hello, doctor. So how can I help you? Well, one of the doctors told me to come here to get my prescription. One of the doctors? Who? Maybe because the heat, maybe? Maybe. Yeah. Hey, we're back! I don't see it say reconnecting. It probably is the heat. It's been fucking with it today. Off and on. Okay, I'm gonna try to finish this story and then get the fuck out of here. Let you guys enjoy the rest of your night. Hopefully in some AC. Because that's what I'm gonna do. Or was I? Red pills, okay? Let me just check your file then. No! She grabbed my hand when she said that. No need to check that, honey. Just give me the pills. At this point, this old fragile woman, and I do mean fragile, was holding my hand without moving. She looked crazy. Her eyes, they started changing color. I can't really describe it. I was saved when a colleague of mine happened to come in and saw the conflict. She just took a look at the old lady and looked back at me. What? Astrozome? He simply said. The old lady almost jumped up at him in excitement, yelling, Bloodies. Oh, there you go. You're live again. Fuck. You know what? This is a fucking long one. So I'm just going to record it and I'm going to post it up on here so you bloodies can enjoy. I'm right here. I really, really wanted to finish it, but my internet's acting stupid, which is fucked up. It probably is the heat. Probably. That's what was going through my head, so we'll see. As for right now, yeah, I'm going to fucking keep that one ready. As for right now, make sure to check out the horror short film False Light on the YouTube channel Tomography. Make sure you spell it properly. Tomography, not tomography, not the x-rays. Tomb, T-O-M-B. So yeah, go check that out. A lot of time and effort went into that, into the music and everything. Or maybe the battery? I don't think it's my battery. My phone's pretty charged. Yeah, it's not that. I'm pretty sure it's that. I'm pretty sure it's not that. Internet's been acting spotty. It's just been hot as hell. So it could be the heat. That's what I'm thinking. So yeah, you might have it right. Either way, go check out False Light on the channel Tomography. Double check you actually get the spelling right because autocorrect tends to fuck it up. So go check that out. All the music was done by me, the script and directing, and to everybody who was a part of it. Very small group of people, couldn't have done it without them. So yeah, they know it. I keep fucking telling them. And they are going to be part of the crew for Live with the Afterlife on that channel. Right now, working on props, working on scripts, and, well, obviously, locations, casting, and whatnot. So, trying to do whatever the fuck I can with literally, we're broke. We're all broke, but we love to create and we love horror. So, why the fuck not? If you're wondering what that's going to be, it's going to be the same. I want the same vein as Creepshow, Tales from the Crypt, Outer Limits, Twilight Zone, that type of shit. But they're all going to be stories based off of, well, they're all going to be episodes based off the stories from Live with the Afterlife on Spotify. There is on YouTube as well as just me telling these stories, some people's true stories. So yeah, go check that out. Also my own. So hopefully you enjoy that. Go see them before I take them off. I'm getting tongue tied. What the fuck is wrong with me? But yeah, go check those out if you want. Right now, I'm gonna get the hell out of here. It is hot. I'm burning up and dripping in funny places. So I'm gonna go sit in front of my AC for a while. Hopefully you have a good night. Do the same. Oh God. Bye, Bloodies.